Welcome or welcome back to the channel, and shout out to all you amazing mother hustlers out there for tuning in. I am so glad to be here with you for yet another video that I know is going to help you on your journey to being an amazing mompreneur, mother hustler, boss mom, and just getting it all done like you do, boo. Anyway, so raise your hand if you have ever lived paycheck to paycheck. Raise your hand if you've ever missed a bill or two. Raise your hand if you've ever had your insurance lapse. Raise your hand if you ever had to borrow money from a family member or friend to make ends meet. Now, there is nothing wrong with being in any of those sort of situations, which I just, share with you. I myself have been in. I do not want you guys to feel triggered in any way by this video today. What I'm going to share in this video is in no way, shape, or form to shame you. As I said myself, I have experienced financial difficulties, and we all experience obstacles, especially in today's economy. Everything is increasing in price, and the cost of living is definitely rising. So, if you are struggling right now, you're experiencing any sort of financial difficulties, today's video is about us accepting where we are, acknowledging that we have to do something to fix it, and getting those things in place to be able to do so. No matter what your current financial situation might be, I want you to know that the stuff I'm going to share with you today, I literally did not know some of this stuff, at all until I was well into adulthood. So it is totally okay if any of this stuff is new to you or you're just getting started. If I can build financial security for myself and my family, you can do it too. And that's exactly why I wanted to share all of these things with you guys today. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Kiara Solomon, a single mom of two. And over 8 years ago, I quit my job for the last time to launch my own business, the Right Click Agency, which is a full service digital marketing agency that I've been running and growing full time ever since. But I also started another amazing business, the Mother Hustler Movement, that was designed to help moms, especially single moms, to be able to get unstuck, build lasting connections and friendships, and finally obtain financial freedom. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things that every single mom must have in place if she's going to have financial independence and financial security. And if you're looking for help on your journey, definitely make sure that you join us inside of our private Facebook community, the Mother Hustler Movement. The link is in the description box below for you to join us. There are so many amazing mompreneurs just like you who are looking to connect and network and share resources with other amazing moms. So we welcome you into the group. Check out the link in the description box below to join us. Now, let's get into it. As I stated, there was once a time where I truly was struggling financially, and in a lot of ways, it was because of my upbringing. My family did not teach me financial literacy. We were, technically poor, and especially in my younger years, my mother relied very heavily on government assistance and other programs. So all the stuff that I'm going to talk about today, I did not grow up with these things. I did not know anything about these things. When I had my first son, I definitely did not have any of these things in place. I didn't have these things in place for a long time. And it was through mistakes as well as mentorship and advice from other amazing moms and people around me that I learned these things. And so that's why I want to share this with you today. Again, as I stated, no matter what your financial situation is, you can definitely change it. And that's the first thing that we have to remember is that your financial situation is really about your mindset. And if you want to change it, you want to build more wealth, you have to learn more about money. And I think that was probably the biggest thing that I did not have as a child, was that literally no one taught me anything about money. They didn't teach me about a bank account. They didn't teach me about credit cards. I started from scratch. So let's get into the 5 things that I think every mompreneur should have. Oh, before I do that though, I want to give this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my personal advice to you. Please seek the professional advice of a financial advisor or some other professional in your area that can advise you on your specific financial situation. Okay. Now that I got that out the way, the first thing I think you should have is an emergency fund. And I think the normal advice is like 3 months. So, definitely aim for that. But when I was a young mother and still struggling, having 3 months of my expenses seemed way too much, and nobody ever broke it down to me that like I could start with a smaller goal, and just even having $500 in savings would have made me feel more financially stable, because I knew I had this extra money over here that was there in case I needed it. So if you do not have the ability to put aside 3 months of your expenses right now, the cost of living is drastically increasing. Depending on where you live, that might be like $10,000 or $20,000. Okay, so maybe you don't have the money to put that to the side, but if you can start with a smaller milestone, a smaller goal, it will help you to feel more safe, more secure. Now, money that you put into an emergency fund is for emergencies. So it's not like, oh, emergency, I broke my nail. Oh, emergency, I need, a new wig. No, it's not for saving for pleasurable spending. It is a savings that will, help you in the long term. And again, in case of an emergency. I also know that sometimes when you put money to the side for an emergency, sometimes you will have an emergency, and that's okay. It's okay if you have to start again and again, if you have to use your savings a couple times until you're able to do this. But just the discipline of putting $25, $50, $100 a week into a savings account, into a savings fund, is really going to help you with that habit. The next thing that is drastically going to help you to feel more safe, more secure financially, and it's going to help you to build wealth over time, is a credit card. Now, if you don't have good credit, you can't get a credit card, you can start with a secure card or some other credit builder. But I recommend that all moms have a credit card, even if it's a secure card, so that you can rent a car. You may have some other emergency, a medical emergency that comes up. Sometimes checking into hotels, they don't accept debit cards, or they charge like a huge deposit on a debit card versus having a credit card. So there are a variety of reasons why you want to have a credit card when you go various places, especially for travel. Sometimes your credit card also offers travel insurance for you to cover various things that might go wrong on a trip. So having a credit card is a huge asset, especially if you don't, like, if you are struggling financially, you don't have good credit. This is a good way for you to build financial security. And again, this is about you feeling more confident financially, more confident in yourself and your ability to create wealth. And a lot of this is about mindset, because for me, when I first was like on this journey and doing these things, it was really literally life changing for me, because I had never experienced it. Like, my mother never even drove as a child. Like, we literally always caught the bus. So I didn't realize for a long time as a child that, like, oh, parents own cars, and your mom could drive you somewhere, your dad could drive you somewhere. So growing up in extreme poverty, there were things that my children now consider to be normal that I definitely did not know were normal for people growing up. I'm not saying this either to shame my parents at all. Just, again, we get like we get what we're taught, and so that's why sometimes we have to disrupt the the I guess the cycle with education, with information. Information changes situations. So this is why it's so important to pass this type of information on. This is why we understand how powerful information is, because generations of families were locked out from developing wealth simply because they did not have access to the information. The third thing that I recommend that all single moms have is cash on hand. Now, again, this doesn't have to be a huge amount. You don't have to have like $20,000 of cash, tucked under your mattress, unless that's something you into. But having a minimum amount of cash on hand will save you as a lot of stress, a lot of additional fees, and ATM fees nowadays, especially if you have children who like go on class trips, they need spending money, lunch money. You may need to pick up something occasionally from the store. So having like a petty cash budget for your household, what is our flexi spend, and how much money are we spending as a household on miscellaneous items per week. You can also use this to cut down on the number of debit card and credit card purchases that you make throughout the week so that you can manage your budget better. Another way to do this is like cash stacking. So you can actually, like, if you're going to the ATM every week, you can say, okay, I'm going to take out the money that I need for lunch for the week. I'm also going to take out $20 to stash in the house, or $50 to stash in the house. And just every week you add on to that until you have a nice cushion of cash. Again, an amount that makes you feel good. It can be $500, $1,000, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable, so that you again begin to trust in your ability to create wealth, trust in your ability to change your financial situation. Doing this was really so transformational for me, because one of the visualization techniques, I actually told you guys I was going to talk a little bit more about manifestation on the channel. So one of the visualization techniques that I do for manifesting money into my life is visualizing myself counting cash. And so by going to the ATM and like consistently getting a certain amount of cash to have on hand, I was able to start actually using the cash to count, and in a very wonderful way. This is why manifestation is so beautiful. Of course, it increases my frequency. It helps me be more in tune with the energy of abundance. It helps me to see more opportunities of money, and by default manifest more money into my life. So if financial security is the area that you struggle with, I definitely recommend that you get into the habit of keeping cash on hand. My next thing that I think every single mom needs to be able to feel financially secure is insurance of all kinds, okay? Car insurance, life insurance, health insurance, especially life insurance, renters insurance, homeowners insurance, travelers insurance. Again, these don't have to be like huge amounts of insurance. You don't have to have a policy with like all of the bells and whistles, but you want to make sure, especially when it comes to life insurance, vehicle insurance. If you're traveling, you do want to get the traveler's insurance, renter's insurance. All of these things are so important to make sure that if things go wrong, you don't lose out on your investment. You don't totally lose out on whatever you have spent. So, and God forbid, if something were to happen to you, that your children and your family would not have to incur a financial burden to be able to, give you your end of life experiences and ceremonies and all of that kind of stuff. And depending on what you can afford, you can actually leave them with something. So, as mothers, I think it's so important that we are responsible to not be a burden on our children when we leave. And a lot of times you can get family policies depending on what your bank is. Like if you have a credit union, your bank probably definitely offers a minimal family life insurance policy that you just have to like opt into. That might be like, $5,000, $2,000, something like that. And the premium will be covered, but then you can upgrade it. And a lot of times those annual plans are like, maybe $10, $15 per month. Nominal fees, guys. Make sure that you are being responsible when it comes to having insurance, particularly life insurance, in case anything happens, because things definitely do happen. Finally, the last thing that I think that this is not the last thing that I think, these are the basic foundations. I'm sorry, I had to say that. These are the basic foundations that I think that every single mom needs to have in place to begin to build financial stability and financial security for herself and for her family. This is before you start investing in a bunch of businesses, investing in a bunch of projects, getting, cryptocurrency and stocks and all of these other things. These things need to be in place so that you can be able to do those things successfully. Then the final thing is going to be multiple streams of income. And when it comes to multiple streams of income, I don't necessarily mean that you have to have two jobs, but you do have to have more than one stream of revenue that comes into your household. Now, when it comes to that, you can have multiple streams of income in a lot of different ways. It can be investment income or rental property income. It can be recurring or passive income from digital products, or it can be drop shipping. It can be an e-commerce store. There are so many ways that you can do it. And again, one of the fastest and most popular ways right now is to build your own online business. And so if that's something that you're interested in, we do have support. This is something that I'm really great at, helping mompreneurs get started on their journey. And I do have that guide that you can download, the 50 businesses that you can start for $500 or less. The link is in the description box below, so you can definitely go ahead and grab that. You can get into affiliate marketing and become an influencer selling other people's products, or creating your own Amazon storefront and earning affiliate commissions from Amazon and other partners. So many different things. One of the companies that I'm an affiliate with is Solo Tech Solutions. If you are interested in starting an online business and you're looking for like an email marketing solution, definitely check out Solo Tech Solutions. The link is in the description box below. You can try their marketing software for free for 30 days, and their software is a all-in-one digital marketing software that literally provides you with everything you need to run your business from one dashboard. So check them out, you guys. Try them out free for 30 days. And before I go, I want to let you guys know that the 1K in your PJs course is now available for pre-order. This is again specifically for mompreneurs who are looking to create additional streams of revenue. You can pre-order this course for 50% off the regular price. It will be officially released in August, and so between now and then, you can save $500 and get some amazing bonuses. And you definitely don't want to miss out on that. So check it out on our website. I think I said in the last video that I did, our website is back up. We were able to get our new site up and running. So check it out. We have new merch on the site, as well as the 1K in your PJs course is now available for pre-order. I hope that this video was helpful to you guys, and I hope that you share it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you. If you want to hear more content about financial literacy and creating additional streams of revenue, definitely let me know below. And I can't wait to come back and share some more valuable information with you guys. Until next time, bye.